What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on something that Nafisa Kalia said. She said a lot during her press conference, right? And one thing, and it's just so much to unpack. Uh, like you can really break that short press conference down into a lot of clips, and then you could it was a lot of content there, right? And one thing, important thing that she said is that the referees make more money than the rookies in the WNBA. Now I know that the referees in the for the NBA definitely don't make nowhere near. They probably get paid good, but nowhere near the money that an NBA player make, right? And so earlier this year, I think a clip of Diana Taurasi came out when Diana Taurasi said, that the effing janitors make more than we do. I think that was from like a documentary they did about Diana Taurasi. And when that clip came out, I think Diana Taurasi, some people she took a little backlash for that, because and I think main part of the reason why Diana Taurasi took backlash for that is probably because of the way she said it, right? And or people took it in a way that she was trying to be condescending or really trying to put down janitors. But her frustration, Diana Taurasi's frustration came out because no way that they should be as the talent as who the people that they're coming to see, they should be on the low end of the totem pole. Like when you have referees and maybe the janitors do get paid close to, around what a rookie would get paid, like $70,000 a year. If you put in some overtime, some time and a half, maybe you could get close to what those girls are making. That's crazy. So Donna Taurasi said what she said out of frustration. Then we get to this press conference where Nafisa Kalia she took the lid off a lot of things and exposed the mindset of Kathy Engelbert and the way Kathy Engelbert is thinking and the fact that she don't care about the WNBA players. And so, like I said, I'm going to play because and this another thing to keep in mind. Nafisa Kalia and Breonna Stewart, they're running this league, or they're a big part. They're partners in this league, this unrivaled league. And so they're taking from the mistakes that the WNBA is making. They're taking from those mistakes, and they're taking and doing the right things in their league as opposed to what they see is going wrong in the WNBA. So if you have a lockout in the WNBA, that is definitely going to help the unrivaled league, because all of that fan base and everything is going to switch over to that unrivaled league. And so they tweaking and making different adjustments as they go along, so that they don't end up with the same issues that the WNBA is having. So the WNBA might be in some trouble. Excuse me, but I want to play what Nafisa Kalia said and let you hear in her own words, what she said about the the WNBA and her league and how they're, trying to be different from the WNBA.
The officiating, just trying to be as transparent as possible, and then making those fixes in real time. So even the second day of the one-on-one tournament, it was reffed completely differently. Throughout the season, it started getting reffed differently when we started getting feedback and seeing the physicality. So yes.
And then how would you contrast that with what Kathy always says about how the WNBA officials are always undergoing training and evaluation, but yet nothing ever seems to change?
I mean, you said it. Nothing ever seems to change.
Do you think the WNBA needs their own set of officials where they are full-time members of the WNBA?
That's it right here.
The focus is on you guys during the season and the off season.
I don't know what needs to happen. To be honest, I think, first of all, you have to invest in things that you want to be better. So if we want to have good officials who aren't using the WNBA as a stepping stone to get to the NBA. We have to pay them accordingly. I mean, right now, a lot of our officials are making more than the rookies. Like, that's not saying that the officials should make less. We should make more, and they should also be making more. If we want quality people and officials and everything, you have to invest in those areas. And so,
all right, so you heard it. She said that the WNBA, a lot of times, like the refs are making more than the rookies, which, you know, in my opinion, that's just crazy. That just makes, like I said, that just makes these young ladies feel like they are, like they taken for granted, like the league don't care about them. And like she said earlier in that statement, Unrivaled is doing something, they're trying to do something different than really what the WNBA is doing, right? And if it wasn't for Unrivaled, then maybe the you know, the WNBA attitude would probably even be even worse. Their approach towards these players would probably be even worse. But right now, I don't know if it can get any worse than what it is now, because they just make it clear that they don't care about these players. And for the referees to be making more than these players is just crazy. Donna Taurasi said it, and Donna Taurasi took some heat, and you can see the way Nafisa Collier, the way she expressed it, you could tell that was in the back of her mind. Like, she didn't say, you know, that the referees shouldn't get paid. She said they should be getting paid. You know, not to say that the referees shouldn't be getting paid, but we should get paid more. You know, and that's true. Like, people don't come to these games to see the referees, and for a little while that was the issue with the referees in the NBA. Like, certain referees thought that they were a part of the attraction at one point in time. You know, like, referees are there just for that, just to make sure the games don't get out of hand and protect the players, you know, from hard fouls, or keep keep these guys from doing like illegal plays and stuff like that. But nobody comes to see the refs. Um, you know, like, most people don't even know the names of the refs. But for a while, some of these referees was getting famous, you know, but it wasn't about the referees. Nobody came to see the refs. I don't, you know, um, you just ref the game and you go home. You do your job and you go home. Most of the time, if you know the referee's name, is because, and that's not a good thing in most cases, because he or she probably made a crazy call, or something, you know, and then which drew attention to them. But other than that, nobody's here for the referees. And these referees, like she said, it's not good if they're using this league for a stepping stone. Like, if they want to, you know, they start at the WNBA and work their way up to the NBA, you know, they want to use that as a stepping stone. All right. I don't know how much I like that either, you know, because that is, to me, that's just disrespectful. And it's showing that they don't have any respect for the WNBA. If they were like, well, I'm only going to be here until the NBA call me up, you know, like, the WNBA is not a professional basketball league. And so that kind of right there probably wouldn't sit right with the players. And coaches do it too, you know, like, anybody who coach in the WNBA, a lot of those people, you know, the guys anyway, they was like, you know, when you had Derek Fisher, Derek Fisher wanted an NBA job. I think Michael Cooper coached in the WNBA. He, you know, I'm sure he was looking for an NBA job. Bill Laimbeer coached. He was looking for an NBA job. You know, when you have these guys who coach in the WNBA, they are looking to move up, you know, and just the fact that you're saying move up is just like, you know, this is a professional league, and they don't act like, you know, this is a professional league. So yeah, but don't her press conference, she just really blew the lid off of everything. It's a lot, you know. I've listened to that press conference probably about 6 or 7 times, and it's just, she just exposed so much in a matter of only a few minutes. And this was one thing that I think that people really they're not really talking about how much money these referees are making, and the fact that the referees make more money than some of those players, which I think is just, it's just crazy. Not that they shouldn't get paid well, but people come to see the players. Nobody's coming to see the referees. So that's my take on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.